common multiple. I'm going to show you two methods for finding the least common multiple. The first one is the list method. In the list method, you're simply going to list multiples for each number. So I'll list the multiples of 15, and I'll list the multiples of 18. Now, with this method, there's no magic number. I can't tell you to list the first 5 multiples or the first 8 or the first 10, because it's going to be different for every pair of numbers that you're working with. But you do need to just keep listing multiples until you have at least one, actually just one, in common. And that first number that you see that appears on both lists is your least common multiple. So in this problem, 90 is the only number that appears on both lists. If I keep going, they will have other common multiples, but 90 is the first one. So that's the least common multiple of 15 and 18. The other method is called the upside down cake method, sometimes the upside down birthday cake method, if you've heard that before. So to use this method, I'm going to write 15 and 18 side by side. And I'm going to try to think of a number that divides into both numbers evenly, meaning without a remainder. So I know that 3 goes into both. So 3 goes into 15 5 times, and 3 goes into 18 6 times. Is there another number that I can now do this again, what goes into 5 and 6 with no remainder? There isn't, right? Because 5 and 6 don't have any common factors. So the good news is that means I'm done. So I'm going to take this number here and the numbers here on the bottom, and I'm going to multiply them together. So 3 times 5 times 6. Well, I know 5 times 6 is 30. So 3 times 30 gives me 90. And that's my LCM. That's the same LCM we found using the list method, but this method's a lot quicker. So let's try one more. Find the LCM of 24 and 36. So I'm going to use the upside down cake method again. So 24, I'll write it right here, and then 36. And I'm going to think about what goes into 24 and 36. Well, they're both multiples of 4, so I could divide them both by 4. 24 divided by 4 is 6, and 36 divided by 4 is 9. What goes into 6 and 9? 3. So divide them both by 3. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. So, and now I stop because there's no number that I can now divide into 2 and 3 without a remainder. 2 and 3 don't have any common factors. So I take those numbers on the side and the numbers on the bottom, and I multiply them all together. 4 times 3 is 12, and 2 times 3 is 6, and 12 times 6 is 72. So that's my LCM.